Hey everybody, it's Betty from Betty's Garage, and today I'm bringing you a video on how you can take my Bedrock Edition clock and make it work in Java Edition. A few changes have to be made to the power structure of some of the components, and I will show you that here in just a second. I just wanted to let you know that the clock is working, and you can see how it's changed this time for us. Now 12 o'clock instead of 11:59. It's working perfectly. All right, so let me show you what we need to change and why. So the circuit we need to change is only the power circuit that powers the first bottom row of pistons. Everything else from this point beyond is pretty much identically the same as what you've built in Bedrock Edition, or what I showed you how to build in Bedrock Edition, but we need to change this configuration here of how we're powering these pistons, and it needs to look just like that. And then the other thing you can do is you can put these on 1 tick delay each and 1 tick delay each up here as well. Okay, so let me show you why we need to do this. In Java Edition, when we ran the pistons, yeah, um, we noticed that they made connections whenever we went from block to block. So if we have like this, we make one connection, the system will work, just a one piston, right? But when I hook up the two pistons, just like we did in Bedrock, you notice it doesn't make an extension like this does into a repeater. It doesn't make the extension into the piston. So now neither one of the pistons will work. So what we did to fix that is you'll notice that up until this block right here, the system's the same. I have a block with a piece of redstone on it. I have blocks with redstone on it. And instead of coming up another block to put redstone on it, I simply move the block underneath the piston and put a redstone repeater in front of it like that. So as you can see, both systems would work just the same way. The difference you also get is because we came up one block, our redstone path to the back torch here is a little bit different. We just filled it in basically block, and then we no longer have to make the step, and then our torch would go right there like that. So as you can see, here's a picture of what each one would look like with a new build. And this would make your piston systems work. The other change you're going to make is when we're using redstone repeaters on a sticky piston switch. Okay, what this is intended to do is to give us a 1 tick pulse, a pure 1 tick pulse, so to speak, coming into our machine here. And so in Bedrock Edition, we had to put a repeater on the other side because we don't have quasi mechanics to operate the piston and give a pulse at the same time like we do in Java Edition. So we can basically eliminate that extra repeater that we would normally put on the side. There would be one there, and there would be one there, and it would be dug down one, and we'd have it on 1 tick delay. So all we have to do is make sure that all of our repeaters around this are on 1 tick delay, just like that. And we do that wherever we have our switches. So on each one of our push buttons is going to be where we're going to do that. See how we don't need the extra repeaters anymore. The other thing I have done is I've moved the signal to change the next time module from the back here where it used to be. I turn this around and it's facing out front now, and it works like this. We just kind of continue the pattern on. So this one was a slab, this one gets a block with a slab below. Then you put a block on that with a torch on the side of the block, a piece of redstone on top, 2 blocks down, a torch on, a piece of redstone on top of that block, a torch on this side, and it meets this piece of redstone, which basically activates our piston right there. And we can do that all the way across as well. The one we change a little bit is when we come down to our last leg. All we need to do is continue it. It's a slab, so we're going to bring a slab forward, come across, come down here, add ourselves a repeater because we don't make it all the way down the stairs to this point here if we don't put a repeater. And then the circuitry for the AM PM looks like this. This is how we're going to do it. Basically, all of this from these two repeaters here to Our dropper and hopper to our comparators, our blocks, and our repeaters is exactly the same as in Bedrock. What has changed is this little piece right over here, how we've done this here. We have our one line that comes from our middle bar on our number 2 digit over there, just like it did before. Torch tower down. We have redstone brings it up here like so, and brings it to this block here. Our push button comes out of a repeater, comes down here, comes into this repeater here, and just to make sure if this was not off, because it would be holding this on right here, we send the signal this way to turn this off so that this can get a pulse through and operate that, just like so. So I hope this video has made sense to you. The reason I made it is one of my subscribers, or actually several of my subscribers, have said, does this work in PC? Does this work in Java? Well, I can't answer the PC question. I don't have the PC version. But I do have PS4, I do have PS5, and so I can tell you this works in both PS4, PS5. It works in Java world. This will be only configured for Java, okay? It will not work the way it's right now because we removed the extra repeaters from our circuits, remember? It will not work in Bedrock Edition the way it is. It needs to be configured the way my tutorials show you how to configure it in Bedrock Edition. And for those of you who have asked me for a tutorial on one, I have a version 3 clock that basically has a seconds counter on it. I will make a tutorial on it, but I want to warn people that that particular clock only works on PS5 and PS4 Pro. It will not work on PS4. PS4's graphics card is not fast enough to handle all the things that need to happen at once, and it will break. So just wanted to let you know that. Again, this clock is identical to my version 2 clock, basically. And with the version 2 clock, remember we took out all the pistons and everything in front and made it all just redstone, and a lot neater and easier to build. So anyways, hope this helps you out. I'll kind of just go around one more time visually so you guys have a visual cue of how you want to build this all. Like I say, it's no different. You're going to build everything the same as you would in my version 2 clock. It's just this piece here, from here all the way over to here, that's going to change, as you can see. Okay? And I'll go over one more time how we don't need the extra repeater to be able to power our piston switches, and how we've moved our signal from the back to the front. Yeah. And I think it's a lot neater and cleaner doing it that way. And whatever you do, just remember, once you've finished your code, put your obsidian blocks up here. Make sure you put your obsidian blocks everywhere like you're supposed to. And if you're running PS4, you want to put this repeater right here on 3 ticks delay while you're setting code. You can put it back to 1 tick delay. I'm sorry, put it on 2 ticks delay. You can put it back to 1 tick delay after you put your obsidian back in. There's a chance if it's on 2 and or 1 and 1, the machine could break. So just want to let you know, in Java Edition it's a little bit more finicky, but it does work. Okay? So anyways, sorry about that, guys. And this is Betty from Betty's Garage. Letting you know that we can build it in Java Edition. Hope it all works for y'all. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I will get back to you. I'd like to give a shout out to Ken from K1 Inc. He's the one who inspired me to do all these clocks, because he's the original owner of the design for it's not a digital clock like this one, but just a Minecraft clock, and I believe it's my first clock that I built for you guys. Anyway, this is Betty from Betty's Garage with a brand new digital clock for Java, and y'all hopefully you have fun building it. It works for you for a good long time. Y'all have a really great day. Take care. This is Betty, and I'm out.